Whenever Do-shik sees her mini car in the parking lot, a smile automatically appears on his lips. Entering the office, he habitually glances at the self-service coffee machine. Sure enough, there she is again. He hesitates, but is compelled to walk toward the coffee machine. Mi-hyun hears his approaching footsteps, finishes her coffee, and pretends to grab her documents and leave. Do-shik thinks he missed her, but Mi-hyun knows her mission is nearing completion. Do-shik feels disappointed. When his colleague asks what he's doing, he pretends he wanted to offer the woman coffee. Then why did you come back empty-handed? I don't have any coins. Their encounters are always punctuated by the security guard's whistle, but Mi-hyun knows the time for a chance is over. Now, she just has to wait for him to hook himself. She plays with her coins and intentionally flicks her hair. Hearing approaching footsteps and the clinking of coins in his hand, she knows he has arrived. He stops, secretly glances at the coffee machine, and then directly pockets his coins. Mi-hyun knows playtime is over. She waits for the perfect timing, and when he is 10 meters away, she decisively presses the switch. The coffee fills. As she picks up the cup and turns around, their eyes meet. Neither says a word, but they are perfectly synchronized. Hello, we seem to have met quite a few times, haven't we? Do-shik clearly understands what she means, but plays it off. We're all in the same company. Mi-hyun knows he is a black agent working for a foreign enterprise, known by the code name Cold-Faced Hawk. She offers her introduction. I'm Lee Mi-hyun from the intelligence agency. I'm Kim Do-shik. Hearing his emotionless words, Mi-hyun knows he truly is cold. As she is about to leave, Do-shik stops her, feigning a need for change. Mi-hyun realizes she is one step closer to success. What evil intentions could she have? She was simply appreciated by her superiors. At only 24, she joined the National Security Agency with outstanding grades. Her file shows exceptional crisis management and superior senses. But after an injury in her first operation, her eyesight was severely impaired, forcing a transfer to administrative internal affairs. Under the guise of praising her abilities, she was given a special, important task: target Kim Do-shik, codename Moon-san. He is the most elite black agent in our security agency. You are specially sent to get close to him to extract more details. She didn't understand why she was chosen. The leader smiled and vaguely explained, because you are the prettiest here. Beauty is also a kind of weapon. Little did she know the old man's motive was not so simple. Sure enough, when she saw the target, he's so handsome. Accidentally, the secretary spills the boss's property. You idiot. You can't even do a small task. The speaker's intention was simple, but the listener paid attention. On the surface, Mi-hyun was unmoved, but she noted everything. Walking out of the leader's room, Mi-hyun, who usually doesn't interfere in private matters, couldn't stop herself. Perhaps seeing the secretary secretly weeping, or by fate, she advises the secretary. 2 spoonfuls of creamer and 3 sugar cubes in the coffee. He likes sweets, and you should wear black and white clothes. He doesn't like bright colors. She tells her to be strong, because no one here is weak. In the secretary's eyes, Mi-hyun is instantly an ally. Ironically, this small piece of advice would prove crucial later on. Though she was just a small administrative assistant, she was given the task of getting close to the elite black agent through accidental encounters. When she asks what to do after getting close, the task is surprisingly simple. Find out what he usually thinks, analyze his psychology. Just get as close as possible, so we can determine if he can work well for the nation. After several planned encounters, Do-shik starts noticing her. Mi-hyun intentionally avoids his gaze. She doesn't know he is already suspicious of her, but he chooses not to expose her on the spot. Later, Do-shik always looks around when entering the elevator, as if waiting for a certain figure. Seeing no one, he leisurely enters. When his colleague presses the button, he suddenly stops the closing doors with his hand. The colleague, scared, immediately pulls out his gun, thinking it's a mission. It turns out, he was waiting for the person who now appears. Thank you. We're so lucky, aren't we? Are you also going to the 5th floor? Yes, I am. The 3 are silent in the elevator. As Mi-hyun is about to leave, may I help you? The colleague is stunned. This man is the notorious cold-faced iceberg. How did he become so proactive and polite? He even let her go first. Mi-hyun is celebrating her partial success when she sees Do-shik take out change and say, the debt from last time. Mi-hyun demands, then you should offer me a cup of coffee too. Initially, a stack of documents separated them during their coffee breaks. They didn't talk openly, yet they seemed to have so much to say. As their coffee frequency increased, the documents shifted to the side. Their conversations grew from coffee to work. Do-shik blurts out, "Min deputy manager arranged this, didn't he?" Mi-hyun realizes she is exposed. Do-shik warns her, next time you take documents on a mission, don't forget to change them daily. For the past 3 months, whenever you passed me, you were always holding the first quarter financial report. Relieved by being exposed, Mi-hyun Mi-hyun apologizes. She admits she was helpless, as it was the deputy manager's task. Seeing her honesty, as she picks up her documents to leave, Do-shik voluntarily follows her. He tentatively asks, "The plan failed. Min deputy manager will give you trouble, right?" When the deputy manager questions Mi-hyun about her progress again, "Are you clear now? Do you know his secret?" No. Mi-hyun feels guilty for not telling the truth. After her plan was exposed, Do-shik suggested, "Why don't we just go along with the plan?" With the restrictions lifted, Do-shik invites her out for the first time, taking her to his favorite Namsan fried pork cutlet. Little does he know this will become their family livelihood. Do-shik accidentally gets sauce on his cuff. Mi-hyun sees it and reaches for a tissue. Unexpectedly, Do-shik thinks she is going to wipe it for him, and he silently laughs at his own silly reaction. In his mind, he already considers Mi-hyun a close person. It's the first time the man has smiled in years, and the smile is awkward even for him. Perhaps charmed by his smile, Mi-hyun starts to open up, from kindergarten to growing up, from hobbies to likes. She feels incredibly at ease with him. She doesn't know that Do-shik had recorded her in his mind years ago and didn't hesitate to ruin his future for her. That year, as a field agent disguised as a singer in a hotel, he was sent to eliminate undercover agents on behalf of the security agency. The waiter-like man in front of him was his executive leader. After one song, over half the people, innocent civilians, were unconscious from poison wine. The survivors were the guilty undercover agents. He began ruthlessly sweeping the room. No one was left alive. The superior's motto was, "1,000 wrong killings can be borne, but not a single person must escape." Fearing they were feigning death, they poured hot water on them. Any movement resulted in a shot to the head. As an intern, Do-shik was told to participate in the massacre. Seeing the trembling, innocent people, he hesitated. Coincidentally, his superior told him to throw a tear gas grenade so the living would surrender. As he reached for the tear gas, seeing the terrified, innocent faces, he decisively pulled out a smoke bomb instead. He knew this decision would ruin his future. When he pulled the pin, his superior tried to stop him, but it was too late. In the strong flash, he quickly shattered the door lock. Driven by survival instinct, all the innocent people fled out the door. He heard his superior screaming into the walkie-talkie, "What are you doing? Shoot them. Did you not hear me?" He pretended he heard nothing. All his attention focused on the woman, Mi-hyun. He saw her kind side. This was the first time he had ever disobeyed orders. Little did he know that years later, that same woman would voluntarily seek him out. And he didn't know that after her attempt was exposed, their relationship would only grow closer. He was oblivious that all of this was part of the old man's plan. Due to the mission failure and her supposedly impaired eyesight, she was demoted to administrative processing. She thought she could live a peaceful life, but her leader intentionally assigned her to get close to Kim Do-shik to test his limits. Knowing only that Mi-hyun liked fried pork cutlet, Do-shik unconventionally appears outside her 16th floor window that night. Mi-hyun turns and sees him at that height. Mi-hyun, shocked, "Have you gone crazy?" She assumes he used a ladder, but looking down, there's nothing. She realizes the man can float. 100 questions fill her mind. I, the narrator, also want to know how he did it, so I can avoid my girlfriend's parents. But Do-shik is more of a gentleman than I am. He just wants to give Mi-hyun her favorite food. Do-shik, casual eat up. It's freshly made. In that moment, Mi-hyun isn't surprised, but thanks him for his honest confession. Do-shik, perhaps shy, advises her to eat it while it's hot, and then, like a guilty thief, quickly flies away. If she wasn't superpowered herself, she wouldn't believe humans could fly. She takes off her spectacles, and her eyesight focuses. It was never injured. She could always see for thousands of miles, even spotting Do-shik hundreds of meters away, naively staring at her. This is the first time she's removed her glasses after her mission ended. Her fake relationship has become real. When the leader asks if her interaction with Do-shik was successful, Mi-hyun affirms it. But when asked about his secret, she decisively replies, "Still don't know." The old man knows Mi-hyun is lying, but doesn't expose her. Leader, calm, good job. Your mission is over. Mi-hyun is confused. The mission wasn't complete, so why the sudden end? The old man's trusted aide is also puzzled. The leader was suspicious of Mi-hyun's mistake with the tear gas. He knew the only reason was her cheap sense of humanitarianism, a trait Kim Do-shik also possessed, since Do-shik was uncontrollable and had no family. Matching them up was the key. Mi-hyun would become his reason to return. Mi-hyun's lie proves their feelings have developed. The simple secretary overhears this conversation conversation outside the door and risks everything to call Mi-hyun. They already knew you were lying. Mi-hyun uses her super hearing to locate the monitor's location and realizes she was overconfident. Her every action and word with Do-shik was monitored. The old man didn't hide his motive. Do-shik had no family, so if he failed a mission, he might vanish. He needed a reason to come back. Mi-hyun understands she is meant to become his anchor, but she is unmoved. As she heads off to find Do-shik, the leader stops her, having guessed her intent. He reminds her that Do-shik is on a field mission, and your father has suffered a stroke and is hospitalized. Only the immediate family of a civil servant gets the nation's highest medical treatment. You must cooperate with us and deal with him properly when he returns. 10 days later, the situation changes. Do-shik disobeys organization orders. The furious old man orders Do-shik to be captured alive and dismembered. The focus to capture him now shifts to Mi-hyun. This is the first time the young Ming-Ming is on an airplane. Staring out the window, he suddenly sees something unbelievable on the screen. Ming-Ming, excited, "Mom, Dad, there's something in the cloud." His parents exchange glances, thinking their son has a rich imagination. They don't know an unidentified creature, actually a living man, Do-shik, is flying rapidly toward the plane. He flies right to the cockpit and grips the handle. The pilot is shocked. Do-shik frantically tries to communicate, but the pilot can't understand his lip movement. Do-shik desperately tries to remove the headset. Do-shik, shouting bomb, bomb. The pilot, thinking he is a terrorist, aggressively turns the steering wheel. Chaos ensues in the cabin. Do-shik is flung out by inertia, thankfully grabbing the plane's edge. But the bomb countdown inside the cabin is at 23 seconds. He had no evil intent. He was only trying to save the 100+ people inside. Seeing a small child in the cabin, he feels helpless. The plane instantly shatters. He was only concerned with saving them, a selfless act driven by his humanitarian heart. Do-shik doesn't return for 10 days, realizing his mistake. His absence is Mi-hyun's greatest wish, yet she still stares out the window. Her phone rings. She uses her super hearing to locate the people monitoring her. She knows she is being used as bait. Her only prayer is that Do-shik becomes stone-hearted and never returns. Unexpectedly, the idiot actually comes back that day. Do-shik's first sentence is, "I know I might die, but I missed you so much." Mi-hyun loses control and jumps on him. They kiss passionately in the rain. As they hug, a sniper rifle on the opposite side is already aimed. The red dot reflecting on Do-shik proves they are facing a major turning point. A group of armed men rushes into the room, quickly separating them. Do-shik is captured alive. He tries to fight back, grabbing a hostage, and reaches for his gun, but it's not there. He doesn't know his gun is in Mi-hyun's hand. Unbelievably, Mi-hyun actually aims the gun at him. Do-shik is instantly deflated. He doesn't even have the strength to lift the knife in his hand. The old man's prediction proves true. He is captured. Mi-hyun did this because the old man threatened her father, forcing her to be the bait. Mi-hyun picks up Do-shik's dropped knife. She is extremely reluctant, but she has to bet on their plan. Do-shik is taken to the old man, who insults him and asks him to choose between 4 horses or 6 horses, meaning dismemberment. Hearing Do-shik address him directly by his name, the old man is shocked. Do-shik is bitterly disappointed. In 10 seconds, Do-shik KOs the dozens of people present. He grabs the old man and uses him as a hostage. Chaos erupts in the security agency. Do-shik holds the old man, breaks the window, and flies out. But he doesn't flee. He aims the gun at Mi-hyun in the crowd. Mi-hyun knows he could vanish immediately, but aiming the gun publicly denies their relationship. Mi-hyun knows he is about to fire. Do-shik firmly decides and shoots at her. In this moment, he seems completely detached. A colleague standing next to Mi-hyun blocks the bullet with his arm. Little did anyone know, Mi-hyun and Do-shik had already created a battle plan while they were hugging. Seeing Mi-hyun safe, Do-shik sighs in relief and vanishes into the air with the old man. The colleague blocking the bullet for Mi-hyun was also part of their plan. The old man wasn't killed. Days later, he was found hanging from a tree in the suburbs. But leaving this troublemaker alive will cause them endless problems later on. Soon after, Mi-hyun's father passes away. She resigns from the security agency. A year later, she still hasn't seen Do-shik, but she often looks up, hoping for a glimpse of him. Then, one day walking home, she feels familiar footsteps behind her. She knows he has returned. Soon, their son is born. Their busy life as a family of 3 is happy, perhaps because the father constantly flew with the baby in his arms. At just 3 months old, whenever the baby was happy, his body would uncontrollably float. The father deeply understands that his son has inherited his genes, the superpower of floating. And this means his son's childhood will definitely be anything but normal. Soon, the son is 4 years old, accustomed to being confined in the net. By day, the husband and wife live like normal villagers, farming in a fruit orchard. But by night, they must be vigilant. After all, they are anything but normal. Dushik thinks they've been there for 5 years, so it's time to move again. Little does he know, it's too late. A dark shadow outside the window has been watching them. During the day, reaching for high fruits nearly exposes Dushik. Although no one is around, he still uses a ladder to pick them. One day, a butterfly flies into the house. Driven by curiosity, the boy forgets his safe range of activity, and in the blink of an eye, he vanishes. Hearing his wife, Mi-hyun, cry out urgently, Dushik has a bad feeling. He immediately presses his feet to the ground and flies toward the house at 100 meters per second. Mi-hyun explains the boy is gone, but it doesn't look like anyone broke in. Dushik uses his experience and looks skyward. He flies into the clouds, shouting his son's name. Following the sound of crying, he finds Feng Shi that night. That night, Mi-hyun suddenly senses something abnormal outside. Dushik asks if she's tense again. Mi-hyun shushes him. Using her super hearing, she predicts a large group is approaching, with 3 people closest. Mi-hyun, serious, we're surrounded. Dushik decisively pulls out his gun. He knows the opponent is fully prepared. I'll go distract them. You take the boy and run. He gives Mi-hyun a final warning. The boy's ability must remain secret. Mi-hyun knows him, leaving means they might never see each other again. But escaping with their son is paramount. Dushik starts playing a game with the agents to buy time. When the time is right, he intentionally loses, officially surrendering. Using his powers, he shoots straight into the sky. The search party is immediately recalled. Dushik informs Mi-hyun she can leave. Seeing his wife escape safely with their son, his tension finally releases, and he willingly goes with the agents. Mi-hyun continuously travels with her 4-year-old son, being cautious everywhere they go, only entering after confirming safety. She must keep constant watch, as the boy flies automatically whenever he is happy. But there was a big mistake. As they escaped, they were already being monitored by none other than the principal of Jangwon High School. Time flies. The boy is now in high school. His mother has temporarily solved the flying problem by putting a 1-kilogram dumbbell in his backpack. But Mi-hyun doesn't know the school, or its principal, is anything but ordinary. The school regularly accepts transfer students and subtly brainwashes them, encouraging them to develop their sports talents, promising a bright future at a sports university. Students often thank the teacher for the extra care, unaware of the ulterior motive. One day, an unexpected guest discovers the school's abnormality. The plaque reads, "Study at Jangwon. Contribute to the nation." For the past 10 years, mother and son have lived peacefully, running the fried pork cutlet shop. Today, an unexpected customer arrives. Mi-hyun's instinct tells her this is bad news, but she calmly greets him like a normal customer. While preparing the dish, she quickly texts her son not to come home after school. She knows this is not a simple arrest. They don't know the son is already on his way. The bearded man makes her uncomfortable, but she can't scare off a customer. The man, speaking broken Korean, asks her to explain the difference between 3 parts done and 7 parts done for the pork cutlet. Knowing it's a frivolous question, she still explains the difference. Suddenly, she senses her son's return. As he is about to enter, Feng Shi, starting "I'm back," Mi-hyun quickly cutting him off. "Welcome." The son is confused, but seeing his mother treat him like a customer, he obeys and sits down. Acting son, "You want the fried pork cutlet, right?" "Yes, please sit down." The act completely fails in the man's eyes. Your house's fried pork cutlet is very tasty, right?" Feng Shi, "Yes." This sentence alarms Mi-hyun. She slowly bends down, grabs her gear, and prepares for a fight. She calmly serves the student and side-eyes the customer's movement. As she plots how to protect her son, the man stands up and looks at her. In the calm atmosphere, under their locked gaze, the son senses something is wrong. As the man bows, Mi-hyun is ready, but coincidentally, the man receives a message that the mission is temporarily suspended. He actually feels relieved for Mi-hyun. If he hadn't stopped to eat the fried pork cutlet, delaying the time, the mission might have been completed already. "Your fried pork cutlet truly is tasty." He throws the payment and says, "Good night." After the man leaves, the mother immediately locks the door. She turns to her son in fury. "Didn't you see my message not to come back?" "Feng Shi, you know what consequences a small just can bring. How many times have I told you to be alert at all times? Can't you remember?" But the son doesn't know what happened to their family for 18 years. Since he was conscious, he has continuously moved with his mother, and his father was never there. The mother has never even mentioned his father's name. He is now curious. Who was that man? What happened? At least I should know now, right? But his mother's answer is the same. Eat and go to sleep. The The son figures the time hasn't come yet. The mother knows if her naive son learns the truth, the consequences will be unimaginable. The customer, Frank, doesn't think the organization will continue such missions, so he texts to confirm if everything is over. He receives a message. Next mission 8. The security agency noticed Frank when he was on his 7th mission, having eliminated 6 others. They realized he was Frank, elite number 6 from the American Security Agency. Deputy Manager Min immediately understood the opponent's motive. Min met with the U.S. Army Chief of Staff to Korea, asking if they were spreading their wings and secretly working against their ally. He warned, "If you continue, we will not be soft-hearted." The American pretended ignorance, promising to report to his superior and terminate the operation. Min wasn't wasting time and told the secretary to dial the China Security Agency. "If we aren't allies, I'll make new ones." This move was effective, saving Mi-hyun at a crucial moment. But the American was two-faced and immediately told Frank to take the next mission. Frank's life was incredibly sad, and his next mission will show him that there is always someone better. Frank, during a delivery, notices a strange scene and parks between 2 cars. When no one is around, he quickly opens the black car door, not to steal, but to forcefully scratch it. He then calls the owner, alerting them about the scratch. Frank was just supposed to deliver a package, but passing by the 2nd floor, he discovered a dead body. The death was unremarkable to him, especially since it wasn't his business. But strangely, these cases should be handled by the police. So why were suited men taking information from the police? To confirm his suspicions, he sets a trap and watches. In the ensuing fight, he realizes they are from the NIS, National Intelligence Service. Frank senses danger. Mi-hyun, who knows him well, also discovers him. The involvement of the NIS confirms the dead person was a superpower user like them. Little does Frank know, he is the next target. It gets dark. An unexpected guest arrives at the fried pork cutlet shop, but Frank is out on delivery. The order slip on the table reveals his address. The new arrival quickly follows him. Sure enough, he spots Frank nearby. Ignoring all rules, the man speeds up and hits Frank's car from behind. Before Frank can even get up, the car hits him again. But once is not enough. The man repeatedly runs over Frank 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. The man ensures Frank is dead before leaving. But just as he messages his superior that the mission is complete, Frank stands beside the car, unharmed. Frank smashes the windshield with a single punch. He savagely beats the man inside the car. Seeing files of superpower users in the car, Frank realizes the 6 previous murders were this man's work. But unexpectedly, the man returns to normal in a minute. He, too, is a superpower user with a healing ability like Frank. The man is forced to drag Frank into the car trunk. After a 49-minute fight, the winner is decided. While Frank is trapped inside, the man sets the car on fire. From that day on, Frank is gone. This was actually a relief for Frank. His life was tragic. His mother was a cabaret dancer, and he grew up in the club. He was forcefully kidnapped by the U.S. Army, and his mother acted like she saw nothing, perhaps never accepting the child born from that abuse. His life became one of self-preservation through live-fire drills, often at the expense of his companions. He survived, but survival was more painful, destined to be a mere tool. Entering the secret base, he uncontrollably looked back, missing the friends who died in the grass. He had no option. The lack of tears in his eyes showed his inherent kindness. He was only a superpower user. Sensing danger, Mi-hyun prepares for a fight every day, carrying her combat tools. Though she knows Frank is dead, she can't be careless. Before her son goes to school, she puts double sandbags on him. The goal is to conceal his superpowered body. She warns him again, phone must be on. Come back immediately after school. Don't stop for a second. Mi-hyun knows the danger is not over. Who is this new healing superpower user, and what does the Jeongwon principal have planned? Feng-shi is still drinking 1 kilogram of water every hour, especially during gym class. The class monitor, having detected his abnormality, approaches him and suggests playing badminton. The game is a pretense. He wants to confirm something. As the class monitor prepares to serve, he sees Feng-shi foolishly staring at Shishio, who is practicing high jump. Shishio proactively greets Feng-shi. The class monitor, fueled by a strange jealousy, hurls a shuttlecock at Feng-shi without warning. Feng-shi feels a sudden rush of air past him. He is shocked. Not only is the shuttlecock destroyed, but the racket is too. What incredible force was behind that? This seemingly ordinary gymnasium harbors deep secrets. Everyone is guarded. Some students are filming live videos. Others are leaning lethargically on the railings. They don't know danger is about to strike. As a girl repeatedly jumps and hits the wall, she doesn't notice a screw slowly coming loose. When she hits it again, a screw drops. The student filming sees the abnormality, but it's too late. Shishio don't. Sure enough, the next time she hits the wall, a stone panel crashes down. As everyone hears Shishio's name, all eyes lock on the scene. Just as the panel is about to hit Shishio, Fengshi immediately throws his badminton racket and flies up, but stalls mid-air. The class monitor is slower, but he leaps and, with lightning speed, grabs and saves Shishio. Fengshi remains stuck, hundreds of pounds of sandbags tethering his legs. How angry he must have been at his own helplessness. Little do they know, the student filming captured the entire scene and quickly uploaded it online. The video instantly goes viral. Deputy Manager Min of the security agency is furious. He's been planning secretly for 10 years. If this is exposed, not only will their hard work be wasted, but the entire nation's security will be at risk. He orders the incident suppressed at any cost. The school is secretly training descendants of superpower users. The class monitor has super speed and rapid healing. Another student, Lee Soo, has automatic wound healing, and Fengshi has the flying ability, but he loses control when tense or excited and doesn't know how to land. His mother constantly suppresses this power, reminding him to hide it. For 10 years, Fengshi obeyed, but seeing the video sparks rebellion in his heart. If he hadn't constantly suppressed his ability, he could have saved Shishio. He throws off his sandbags and begins practicing his flying ability repeatedly. Though he falls many times, his determination to learn to land is unstoppable. Mi-hyun, Fengshi's mother, and Shishio's father watch the viral video, horrified. They realize the school their children attend is no ordinary high school. Mi-hyun rushes to Fengshi's room, only to find he's not home. Fengshi is outside practicing. This time, he shoots straight up into the sky, still unable to land. He crashes down near his mother. "Can I come in? I'm going straight to see my mom. I just wanted to fly. Do you want to be like your father?" Fengshi is always bundled up, even in the autumn, drenched in sweat. He won't remove his clothes. Shishio senses his abnormality. When he refuses to tell her anything, she leaves disappointed. "I'll just give you 5 or 6 warm buns for free. I want the whole class to enjoy them." She says this without confidence. Perhaps feeling sympathy, Shishio cups his face. She wants to cheer him up. Unexpectedly, his body starts to float uncontrollably again. Shishio forcefully presses him down. She understands he is upset about the incident. If the sandbags hadn't obstructed him, he would have rushed to save her. But they don't know the video is about to bring great disaster. The children are unaware of the inner danger, but their parents know. A major confrontation is inevitable. Fengshi's mother has already closed her shop and put on her gear, ready for a fight. Shishio's father also senses the danger and is in combat readiness. The two children have no idea danger is close. As they leave school, they are being followed. After yesterday's incident, the teacher unexpectedly canceled evening self-study and told the students to go home immediately. The teacher, too, sensed a crisis. His instinct told him something bad would happen in the next 2 days. Obedient students leave quickly, but some curious ones stay to investigate. The class monitor, already aware of the school's secrets, avoids his suffocating home and stays in the study room. The two children ride the bus, unaware they are being watched. The follower confirms they are the people from the viral video and considers them as prey. Soon, Fengshi gets a call from his mother. "Where are you?" "I'm going home. I just left. You hurry home. I'll be late today. Eat dinner yourself." Thinking he has freedom, Fengshi suggests, "Why don't we go wander around?" Before he can answer, Shishio's father calls her. He also asks where she is. Learning his daughter plans to practice at the nearby gym, he warns her, "Don't go today. Go straight home. Okay?" "Okay." But a child that age is rarely so obedient. She asks Fengshi if he wants to get off the bus and go to the gym. Fengshi smiles slyly. Unexpectedly, Shishio is just as deceptive as him. At the same time, Fengshi's mother arrives at the school, but the security guard stops her. Mi-hyun states, "I'm a student's parent, here to meet Teacher Choi about the graduation interview." The guard reminds her that Teacher Choi is on duty on the 4th floor. But as Mi-hyun enters, the security uncle's eyes sharpen. Checking the monitor, he is surprised to see Shishio's father also arrive. The guard quickly calls, "It's me." Lee Mi-hyun and Gu Ryongpa have entered the campus. Clearly, this old guard is also capable. When Mi-hyun opens the door and sees the teacher's shocked expression, it's clear the security guard did not call the teacher. Mi-hyun, pretending to pay the guard, says, "Here's one more coin to make you happy." "Okay, brother, hold on." As Shishio's father enters, the security uncle inexplicably locks the gate from the inside. Remember, when children go to this school, they must be cautious. Though it seems ordinary, it demands special skills. A student with flexible bones is easily accepted by the teacher. They selectively reject others, like a student who uses cheap tricks and hypnosis. Some smart students already notice the school's abnormality. When a student tries to transfer out, the teacher, before completing his brainwashing attempt, is shocked when the student snaps his fingers and time stops. When time returns to normal, the teacher himself has signed the transfer consent form. The students here were carefully selected, brainwashed, and developed into athletes, promised a bright future at a sports university. The teacher even personally practiced with them. One day, he discovers a girl with extraordinary sports talent. She is the target he's been looking for. He acts unfazed, but secretly notes her down. That day, when he enters the class, he is already living a tense life, and now it gets worse. A girl volunteers. "Happy Teacher's Day, teacher." The teacher has mixed feelings. His motive was to train these students, but they consider him family. Perhaps, from this moment, he truly begins to see himself as a teacher. Later, he privately asks the girl, Sharon, if she has the X-ray vision superpower. Sharon is shocked, as she always hid her ability. Sharon was able to enter this school because her mother was a former superpower user who knew that powers were inherited. After checking her physical training results, the teacher asks Sharon if she wants to work for the nation. Sharon is internally willing, believing her X-ray vision should be put to use. The teacher is satisfied, but the simple-minded girl doesn't consider the severe consequences. She begins practicing with focus, but repeated jumping drains her energy. The teacher realizes her condition is poor, but, too eager, pushes her to jump again. This jump brings instant regret. "Hey, Seun." Sharon doesn't regain consciousness. Though emergency aid is given, her life cannot be saved. The teacher is consumed by self-blame, feeling he harmed her. He learns that Sharon already had cancer. He doesn't know this was all planned by her mother. Sharon's mother, having been part of the security agency, knew how corrupt it was. When her daughter insisted on joining, she created a fake death scene to deceive everyone. The clever mother had planned her daughter's future, knowing she would die soon. She adopted over 100 orphans and claimed they were all her children. When the opponent eliminated her and searched for her descendants at the funeral, the sheer number of children prevented them from separating her real child. That's how Sharon survived. But no secret stays hidden. This unexpected school accident exposed the training of superpower children. Their parents now realize their children are living in schemes of power. No parent wants their child to take such risks, but it's too late. Not only are the children being watched, but their parents are now trapped in danger. Mi-hyun and Gu Ryongpa are now trapped inside the school. The children are heading to the gym, and the followers are closing in. Do you want to find out what happens during the confrontation? When Gu Ryongpa, Shishio's father, arrives home, he sees his daughter lying motionless on the floor. He mentally curses his own helplessness. On the surface, he was constantly on business trips, but in reality, he was powerless. Only his wife knew how tough his life was. One day, he calls home as usual, but instead of his wife's voice, he gets shocking news. His wife was in a car accident while taking their daughter to school. She was trapped in the car, while the daughter was thrown clear. Just as the ambulance was arriving, there was a huge explosion, and the car was engulfed. There was no chance of survival. The man who caused the accident waits patiently. His kind-hearted daughter is rushed to the hospital, unconscious. Gu Ryongpa arrives, takes one look at his daughter, and rushes to the next location to see his wife. The moment he enters the elevator, he loses control. A 40-year-old man sobs uncontrollably. He is utterly helpless, his whole world shattered. He cannot accept his wife's death, nor the fact that he couldn't see her one last time. Weeping, he goes to the funeral home and changes into a funeral suit. He never realizes the accident was man-made. The device plugged into the perpetrator's ear proves the explosion was expected. After receiving positive test results, the perpetrator submits a proposal to his superior, demanding that descendants of superpower users be trained for national security. The daughter, Shishio, is confirmed to have inherited her father's gene, the ability for rapid wound healing. After his wife's death, Gu Ryongpa and his daughter had to rely on each other. But due to constant business trips, he couldn't care for her. He suggests to his superior that he can no longer take field missions and only wants to care for his daughter. The superior agrees, transferring him to an internal affairs officer position. But he is told he will still be called if a special situation arises. Gu Ryongpa is satisfied. At least he has time with his daughter, and she won't be sleeping alone on the floor while playing. That night, he gets an emergency call, duty calls. He looks at his sleeping daughter. Though reluctant, he has no choice. As he puts on his shoes, his daughter appears. He tells her to stay home obediently. She nods, accustomed to his irregular trips, and asks him to come back soon. The organization's mission is for Gu Ryongpa to deal with a man who, despite being physically powerful and carrying a huge load of supplies, is simple-minded. Villagers constantly harass and mock him, but but he has a loving wife. You must join, okay? Are you harassing our lead J-man again? I'm not harassing him. Just want him to join us to fight against the demolition. If anyone joins, I will. My husband is not allowed to be involved, okay? The wife doesn't want him to join because she knows her husband only focuses on one thing. She warns him again not to get involved in such incidents, having seen his anxious side. Soon, the protest group organizes, demanding the government forbid demolition so shopkeepers can survive. Driven by curiosity, the simple man, Lee J-man, still joins the crowd to watch. A bearded man urges him, "Young man, come forward." The fool actually goes. Fortunately, his wife pulls him back. "It's enough for one of us to represent. You have a criminal record. If you get caught this time, it's over. And the boy is coming home from school soon. No one will pick him up." Just as his wife finishes, the child-picking alarm goes off. Lee J-man goes to pick up his son, but the weather feels strange today. The protest turns into a commotion. The public crosses the line, thinking the government won't protect them. The government uses dirty tricks, hiring a group of men with large hands. Smart people hide and tell their children to be quiet. Those who can't get out in time are obediently taken away. Lee J-man, waiting anxiously for his wife, negotiates with his son, "I'm going to find mom. Can you play for a while?" The son nods understandingly. The father promises, "I will definitely be back before you sleep." His son doesn't know this trip will decide his fate. The mother is just being loaded into a car when she sees her husband arriving. She feels terrible. "Husband, don't come." She knows he will act recklessly. The next second, Lee J-man leaps, easily clearing obstacles. His wife, from inside the car, constantly tries to calm him, but he jumps onto the window and tries to tear the wire mesh. Even with a high-pressure water cannon aimed at him, he doesn't give up hope of saving his wife. The moment the wire mesh breaks, his wife reminds him, "The boy is also here. Run." He plunges into the sewer to escape. Impressed by the intelligence of this monster, the security agency assigns Old Jang, another superpower user, to capture him alive in the sewer. They fight in the sewer, but the experienced Old Jang quickly subdues him. As Old Jang is about to leave, he unexpectedly sees a small child trapped inside. Just as Old Jang goes to the rescue, Lee J-man starts rescuing the child, too. When Old Jang emerges, he is carrying a child. Deputy Manager Min scoffs, "I heard he was a fool. Turns out, you're the same. Are you sure he really went home?" But some people truly are that foolish, returning only because Lee J-man promised his son he would be back. Soon, a group breaks down the door and charges in. He really went home. What a fool. Although tests confirm he is a superpower user, the old man deems him useless and hands him over to the police. But as they leave, the men inside are beaten and the windows are shattered. They think Lee J-man is resisting, but an assistant informs them the child did it inside. A 5-year-old with such power. He inherited his father's gene for super strength. The old man smiles strangely, sending a shiver down Old Jang's spine. That night, Old Jang returns home, picks up his sleeping daughter, and flees, not wanting her to follow his path. He doesn't know his daughter is constantly living in their plan. It's the first time Gu Ryongpa has bought his daughter a phone. Though secondhand, she treasures it, remembering he takes 3 days to buy a pair of shoes. He senses danger is coming soon. He tells her to keep it with her and come home on time after school. But his daughter doesn't pay much attention to his worry. After school, Shishio heads to the nearby gymnasium with Fengxi. She knows if her sports score is good, she can enter a sports university and get a scholarship to improve her family's situation. Fengxi offers, "You practice here, and I'll go get you some water." Little does she know, danger will strike the moment Fengxi leaves. As Shishio finishes 5 laps, an unexpected guest enters and locks the door. Shishio's fate is sealed. Shishio is exhausted. Suddenly, the man, Gu Ryongpa's former colleague, descends from above. Shishio senses the energy behind her. She quickly explains she has permission to be there. The man first checks the height and confirms it's suitable. Then he asks if she wants to play together. Shishio instinctively backs away, but it's too late. The man slams her down from above, shattering a table. His motive is simple. He wants to know what kind of superpower Shishio has. Seeing her wounds slowly heal, he confirms her wound healing ability. Fengxi soon enters the gym. He finds it strange. Did the receptionist leave so early? Even stranger, Shishio isn't out yet, and the door is locked. Shishio is furious. Hearing the loud noises, Fengxi realizes a fight is happening inside. inside. Panicked, he runs out. He selects a spot, drops his bag, and takes 3 steps back. The man, not yet satisfied, grabs Shishio and flies to the highest point. Last park, he then slowly lets go. Fengshi remembers his mother's teaching. To fly well, you need strong willpower. As Shishio falls, Fengshi leaps, smashes through the glass, grabs Shishio, and lands gently. This is the first time Shishio has seen Fengshi fly. Even she can't believe his ability is so strong. They don't know the opponent is hunting superpower users. Unexpectedly, Fengshi walked right into the trap, perhaps confident with a helper. Shishio angrily yells at the man, "Come down." But when the man descends, Fengshi is scared and asks what to do. Lacking combat experience, they run. They are subdued within minutes. But the boy's ability to fly reminds the man of someone. He asks the boy, "Is he your father?" Hearing his father's name, Fengshi pauses. The man intentionally asks, "Is your father Kim Do-shik?" Fengshi's clenched fist confirms the man's guess. "You know my father? Why wouldn't I? I was the one who captured him." Hearing this, Fengshi explodes. Using his flying ability, he grabs Shishio. Shishio remembers her teacher's advice. Hitting with the ball doubles the power. She hits the man before he gets close, sending him flying away at a slower speed. As the man gets up to counterattack, his colleague calls him. Fengshi, using his sharp hearing, overhears the conversation. "Kim Do-shik's wife killed 2 of our members in the school. Hurry, come for support." Hearing his mother is in danger, the son cannot sit still. The battle has moved to the school. Mi-hyun is fighting the assassins, and Fengshi knows he must fly to his mother. Gu Ryongpa, Shishio's father, only wants to know about his daughter's graduation, but halfway through the conversation with the class teacher, the door opens. He and Mi-hyun look at each other, acting like strangers, unaware they've known each other for 20 years. Gu Ryongpa, meeting the teacher late at night, clearly senses danger, too. He secretly takes out his phone, adjusts some settings, and slyly drops it in the trash can. He claims he has urgent business, but he's actually confirming his guess. Something is wrong with this school. Outside, he puts on earphones. He knows old Jang will ask the questions he avoided inside. Their every action is monitored. Gu Ryongpo warns the teacher, "You know there's a camera on the ceiling? An ordinary person would never detect that." The moment the situation is exposed, Auntie, the security guard/agent, immediately takes off her earphones. It's time to act. She informs her partner, "You can come in. There's a self-study room, an office in the corridor." Mi-hyun, with her super senses, hears the entire conversation. Ani looks at the camera again, and unexpectedly, Mi-hyun is standing at the door. When Mi-hyun forces the door open, Auntie pretends to be a cleaner. Though this is the principal's office, Mi-hyun immediately closes the door. Ani tries to probe, "Where are you from?" Auntie calmly lies, "I'm a local." But Mi-hyun cannot be fooled. Mi-hyun decisively turns off the light. It makes no difference to her eyesight. Sure enough, the opponent loses control and attacks. Suddenly, Mi-hyun senses footsteps approaching. She chooses the 36 tricks, runaway strategy, knowing the reinforcements are capable. When the cleaner chases her, Mi-hyun vanishes. Her motive is to get a better vantage point. She hides in a corner and secretly listens to the 2 agents talking. She sees the woman enter the electrical room on camera. She turns and follows. They reach the electrical switch room, and Mi-hyun turns on the main switch. But Auntie is already waiting. Auntie attacks, but loses to Mi-hyun. Unexpectedly, old Jang hasn't left. He surprise attacks Mi-hyun and quickly subdues her. The opponent yells with hatred, "This is all because of your South Korean man, Kim Do-shik. If you want to blame someone, blame him." Kim Do-shik's name rings in Mi-hyun's ears. He is her husband, missing for 10 years. She loses control, grabs her gun, and reloads. She decides she must take the chance to get information about her husband. Taking off her spectacles means she is ready to fight using her super senses. Do-shik was a famous marksman, but whenever he practiced shooting, he always missed the vital spot. His companion asks if his eyes are bad. He informs him he does it intentionally. He aims for a spot that paralyzes but doesn't kill immediately, pressing the bronchial tubes so they can't scream. With good luck, they might be saved after the rescue. His companion understands. He wants to minimize unnecessary sacrifices while completing the mission. Do-shik doesn't know this kindness will force him to spend his entire life repaying his debt to his wife and son. He is sent on a mission to a North Korean chairman's residence. He uses his superpowers and accurate shooting to hit all the soldiers. As he is about to enter, a hand grabs him and whispers for words, "Don't go inside." Do-shik ignores him. His mission is to shoot the highest leader inside. Strangely, the hand holding the gun can't press the trigger. The leader is already near death. Do-shik softens. The end is the same, so why be cruel? News soon arrives that the highest leader of North Korea has died. Though the result is what they wanted, someone Everyone is furious, screaming about Do-shik's mistake. Strict instructions are given to capture him alive. 4 years later, he is attacked and captured. The old man laughs. Couldn't find a hole to hide? You're so capable. Married and had a child in 4 years. He threatens, we can count where your wife and child are hiding. In other words, cooperate, and we will keep your wife and child safe. Do-shik reluctantly agrees. 4 years later, he is back. Strangely, the place is abnormally quiet. Besides a cleaner, there are no guards. As he flies up to check, a military officer appears. Do-shik instantly fires, but the opponent counterattacks, shooting Do-shik, who begins to fall. The opponent has set a trap, waiting for him for 4 years. The opponent knew Do-shik wouldn't hit vital organs and specifically added multiple layers of bulletproof vests on his right side. After being captured, he is missing for 10 years, until Mi-hyun hears his name. Mi-hyun knows that only by capturing the opponent alive can she find her husband. Though she knows the opponent is tough, she still asks, what happened to Kim Do-shik? The man is not foolish and guesses Mi-hyun's identity. He pretends to explain how Do-shik infiltrated North Korea while looking for a chance to attack. Seeing Mi-hyun completely involved, he signals his hidden partner to get ready. Though Mi-hyun is alert, she is outnumbered and gets shot by mistake. Despite the blood, the opponent isn't letting her go. They plan to split up. One completes the mission and finds the file, the other checks on their injured colleagues. Mi-hyun bandages her wound. She knows she can't succeed alone and will never find her husband. She calls Gu Ryongpa. The phone sound awakens the unconscious old Jang. She tells him to stay strong. We have to save the children now. The children have already gone through a major fight. The opponent's call confirms support is needed at the school. Hearing the danger, the two parents nod in silence. Feng-shi jumps and flies toward his mother's location. In the dark night, Mi-hyun stands with her handgun, desperate, as she is being watched. Just as the opponent is about to fire, a flying object hits him at high speed. Mi-hyun recognizes her son. Feng-shi, don't touch my mom. The frantic mother runs up to the roof, but someone is already there, watching the fight. The two agents are fighting equally in the sky, grappling with each other. Suddenly, one ignores the rules and pulls out a gun. Feng-shi freezes in fear. Mi-hyun reaches the roof and aims her gun at their leader. Stop. The leader is unfazed. Knowing his son inherits his super hearing, he whispers for Feng-shi to escape. The leader asks Mi-hyun, are the people up there your family? Mi-hyun cannot be distracted. Her son's life is at stake. Feng-shi tries to resist, but the gun is aimed. Stop. A jolt of electric power from below shoots toward the man. He screams in pain, his arm breaking instantly. Feng-shi is surprised that an ordinary bus driver has this ability. With his arm injured, the leader screams, get out now. Even the leader has a heart of kindness. As his companions flee, he knows he won't escape. He sees that Mi-hyun's gun has no bullets. He aims his gun at Feng-shi, but stops. His superior's mission was to eliminate superpower users and retrieve the files, not to eliminate the descendants. He convinces himself the children are not in the plan, they are just children. He gives up the intention to kill them. Mi-hyun's motherly instinct kicks in, and she knocks the gun out of his hand. Gu Ryongpa seizes the chance to punch him, screaming, why did you bastards come here? The man coldly replies, the same as you. Hating the mission, he quickly grabs Gu Ryongpa, perhaps to end this generation's fate. But Mi-hyun stops him. She only wants to know, is Kim Do-shik alive? Do-shik had suggested sending the captured man back, proposing a ceasefire between the two sides to end the secret killings. His leader asked if he wanted to be a traitor. Do-shik, yearning for peace, replied, then let me end everything. Other students were in the school. A girl was crying in fear. Do-shik heard her, aimed his gun, but realizing they were students, lowered it and told them to hide well. His teammate, who escaped, had a kind heart like his leader. But the North Korean leader didn't care about the members, only asking if the South Korean superpower users had been eliminated. The teammate showed his broken arm. The leader didn't understand. Suddenly, a gun appeared and shot the leader. The teammate went to the place where Do-shik was captured, threw a gun to him, and said, I killed our organization's leader with my own hands. Now, Do-shik could deal with his own leader. Soon, Deputy Manager Min is also grabbed by the throat. Kim Do-shik is tired of these fighting missions. On a building roof, a man descends from the sky. Feng-shi and his mother come up to collect laundry. Kim Do-shik and Mi-hyun, who haven't met for 10 years, have so much to say, but the words catch in their throats. Their son has grown up. Their smiles show that their happiness has finally returned. In the end, the family of 3 is perfectly reunited. The story ends here. It was a tale of superpowers, espionage, and parental sacrifice.